Hey guys, how are we all? Welcome to My Way Tarot. This is going to be a general weekly love reading for the sign of Capricorn. This can resonate with your Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus sign. Now I could be reading for yourself or for your love interest, the one that's on your mind. So please use your own discernment and flip the roles to however this best resonates with your situation, but please do not make the story fit. So if the reading resonates or parts of the message resonate, then that's great. If it doesn't resonate, then it's simply not your message, so please take what you feel fits and leave the rest, guys. So we're starting off the reading today with the Modern Witch Tarot, and then we're going to use the Hidden Truth Oracle messages to close off the reading. So we're just using the 2 decks of cards today. So let's just get into the reading, shall we? Angels of Love and Light, can we please have clear and concise messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus? What do they need to know in relation to love for this week, please, and thank you. Just do one more shuffle and then we'll cut up the deck and get straight into the reading. Okay. And then one more tap. Capricorn, please and thank you. Ooh, okay. Ooh, we have the High Priestess in reverse. Interesting. I feel like there's something is coming to light for either yourself or your love interest. I feel like there has been a lot of mystery to do with the connection, or there's been mystery to do with an alternative connection for some reason. Alternate connection, alternative. I'm getting the sense maybe you dress alternatively or your person does. They like that kind of fashion. That could be another additional side message here. If that's not necessarily the case, then I'm getting the sense of your love interest, they're dealing with a karmic partner or a karmic ex. There could have been a sense of infidelity or lies told, and I feel like if something has been hidden, it's coming to light relatively soon about what has been supposedly said about someone. I'm getting behind my back, so I feel like someone's been talking about someone else behind their back, and it hasn't gone down well because they've heard it through someone else and they found out that someone who they thought could trust was spreading a load of lies and trying to damage their reputation in some sort of way. Wow, I don't know why I'm getting that, but I'm getting as well that potentially there could have been someone using some sort of spell work here, some sort of black magic or dark magic, or they went to a practitioner of someone who practices in that type of work to potentially put on to your love interest or even yourself, like sending it your way. So I'm getting a sense of evil eye here, guys. So obviously just kind of protect yourselves, protect your energy, that type of thing. I feel like you guys know what to do in that situation, but I feel like there's something a little bit dark or quite dark is going on here. So that's the messages that are coming through. So obviously if I'm getting them, then I'm going to let you guys know. I'm not going to kind of sugarcoat anything. But I feel like that could just be something extra for someone to know, okay? I'm even getting the sense of love spells here with that Page of Cups. So potentially the karmic partner or the karmic ex may have tried to do some sort of love spell to keep your love interest attached and not detach from them in order to come forward towards you and offer you of love. I'm getting, for some reason, I don't know why I want to say this, but I mean, we do have a cup here, guys, and we do have a fish in this cup. So I feel that potentially this person may have tried to do something to your love interest's food or their drink to keep them in some sort of not a trance, but just so that they are not as clear-headed as usual, like they're not as objective for some sort of reason. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I'm getting that. So yeah, what else here, please and thank you? I feel like this karmic partner or the karmic ex may have found out that your love interest is on their way to you through someone else, or your love interest has actually opened up and expressed it to them and said, look, I feel like the connection isn't necessarily working out anymore and I want to kind of move off in another direction. I feel like there has been a lot of animosity there in this particular connection, and I feel like this karmic partner, the karmic ex, They may have separated from your love interest, but they're watching them from afar most likely, and they have some sort of grudge against the love interest and also against you as well. But I mean, I feel like you, as in the viewer, you know, you've probably not been anywhere near this connection or near this situation at all, but yet your name's got dragged into whatever has happened here, with this potential breakup, separation or divorce with this karmic partner, the karmic ex. So I feel like there is something else that is going on that's behind the scenes, but I feel like it's getting revealed relatively soon, or it will be. Yeah, oh wow, the Hierophant, Taurus energy. The Hierophant coming out of a reverse. Yeah, there's definitely a breakup, a separation or a divorce happening right now. You could be dealing with a Taurus. Yeah, everything's not what it seems. Look at that. With the Ten of Cups, you know how I was saying, like, I just feel like there's this sense of not everything being right. I feel like your love interest is wanting to detach, to become single, and to make their way to their Ten of Cups, who they believe their Ten of Cups is to be with you, which I feel like it most likely is, because they want to experience this commitment with you, this connection with you. I feel like your love interest feels that you are very different. You are not the kind of the norm I'm getting. You're not like a traditional person. I feel like you are someone who kind of really much like speaks their mind. A bit of a free spirit here, guys. I'm picking up as well that your love interest is really inspired by you, and they want to kind of be in your life, and they feel like you could have something really beautiful together. But first of all, they have to detach and kind of get out of an unwanted commitment here. That could be to do with their own family. It could be to do with finances. I'm even getting, for some reason, spiritual warfare here. That's what's coming through. I feel like they're having to kind of really knuckle down and get themselves grounded and kind of work on their emotions, in a sense, to be able to eventually become free and single and make their way most likely to you when they're able to. I feel like your love interest took very poor advice from someone, okay? This could be another family member. This could be a long-term like friend that they had, who potentially could have been some sort of frenemy, someone that they trusted, and they may have said to your love interest, look, you should probably stay where you are with this karmic partner, with the karmic ex, because you have children together. You shouldn't go through the breakup, separation or divorce. You would lose out a lot financially. You know, what's everyone going to say about your situation? They're going to talk about it, etc., etc. And I feel like your love interest just got to the point where they're like, you know, give me a break. I just want to be able to think for myself. And maybe they have been a bit of a people pleaser, and they're not doing that anymore. I feel like they're not doing that anymore. They want equal give and take in their relationships and their partnerships. So I feel like they're waiting on a lump sum of money, potentially from some sort of legal contract, or severing ties of a legal contract. They're waiting on a lump sum, maybe a gift of money or a windfall. I'm getting inheritance potentially here as well. I feel like whatever money is kind of owed to them in some sort of way is coming back to them, and they may be getting back a little bit more than they were expecting to. And I feel like this is going to allow this person to be on stable footing, as it were, like stable ground. I feel like this person is wanting to not be in a codependent relationship or situationship anymore. So I feel like that's what they've been dealing with. Yeah, look, there's a sense of urgency. I feel like this news, as soon as whatever news comes in to do with this contract, this soul tie, this soul contract, whatever your person has been dealing with, and they find out whatever they feel like they need to, they are moving forward very, very quickly. There's a sense of departing from this old situation like at lightning speed. This person is not going to be hanging around. As soon as they find out what they feel like they need to, they are moving on forward like rapidly. There's going to be a sense of a sudden departure here. I feel like Your love interest is also letting you know, or they will be letting you know relatively soon, that they have left, most likely, their karmic partner, the karmic ex. They've gone through the separation, the breakup, the divorce. They've severed ties in a legal contract or soul contract or whatever. Of course, I'm getting. That's what's coming through. Of course, like it's of course I was gonna do that. They may have said that they weren't gonna do it, but they will actually follow up because they've got the piece of information that they need, and it's like that last bit of puzzle piece, and now they see the whole picture, they see the whole puzzle, and now that they have it there in front of them, they can't ignore with whatever has been going on or whatever they've been feeling. And they're deciding in that moment, right, I'm going to take control of my life. And I feel like that's what this person is doing. I feel like they're going to come forward and express their truth. Wow, with the Queen of Swords, yes. As soon as they know what they feel like they need to, and they get that objective bird's eye view. How funny is that? I said that about that picture and the puzzle, and then we have the bird up here, and we have all the clouds like underneath here, and then above her head and her neck we have all this clear sky. So it's a sense of clarity. There was fog for a long time, but the clouds have moved, the fog has been lifted, and now your person sees everything, and their kind of eye is into the future. They're looking into the future, but they're having to tackle things from their past first before making their way to you. I feel like they're having to do a lot in their career right now, or working on their finances. I feel finances is a really big deal for this person. I'm getting, it will be an integral part for them to be independent. Yeah, it's really integral part for this person to be independent. What else here, please, for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus? What do we need to know? Ooh. Wow. Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah, there's definitely been a sense of manipulation here. Emotional manipulation, gaslighting even. I feel like this karmic partner, the karmic ex, has been incredibly clingy. I feel like also they're relatively overbearing, or they have these sense of emotional outbursts. They do not have control over their emotions very well. I feel like your person is dealing with someone who's kind of desperate for their attention. Like regardless of what attention it is, they want this attention from your love interest. And I feel like that's tried to, in a sense, distract your love interest from kind of moving themselves forward. But I feel like whatever has been going on is going to be cleared up relatively soon. Yeah, there's going to be some sort of peace eventually here with the Five of Swords in reverse. I feel like your love interest has just decided, look, you know, they're doing their bit. They feel like they're doing their bit, their best to speak to this karmic partner or the karmic ex and kind of break up or separate or divorce in some sort of cool, calm, collect manner. But I feel like that's not necessarily happened, or it's not happening as of right now. And I feel like this karmic partner, the karmic ex, is refusing to budge because, in a sense, even though they're most likely not happy with your love interest or happy with the situation, they are very determined to make sure that your love interest doesn't have the opportunity to be happy either. And I feel like that has been very selfish. So they've had to have a very difficult conversation with each other. What else here for Capricorn, please and thank you? Well, I'm not going to take all of that, but yeah, there's been a lot of disheartened kind of energy here. There's been a lot of upset and selfishness here with that Knight of Pentacles in reverse. What else is going on? Yeah, Six of Swords. See, your love interest wants to be able to move on peacefully, and I feel like they're being guided to move on forward out of where they're at. But maybe they kind of didn't get the message in the past because there was something else or someone else doing something in a sense of manipulation in some sort of way that was tricky and sneaky. So therefore your love interest didn't necessarily get the whole picture in the past, but I feel like they're getting it now. I'm getting, why didn't I see that before? Maybe your love interest wasn't meant to see it before, but they are definitely seeing it now. What else here, please, for Capricorn? Death in reverse, Scorpio energy. Three of Cups in reverse. Yep, third party situation. One more, please and thank you. Six of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have Judgment in reverse. We have Sagittarius energy. King of Swords in reverse. Wow. Strength in reverse and the Ace of Swords in reverse with the Moon. You know, I was saying that was whatever was hidden is going to be revealed, because the Moon upright is to do with secrets. But with it being reversed, it's coming out as something is shown. It's been no more secrets. So your person is moving on and they want to move on to love, but they were lying to themselves about something, or they were dealing with someone who was lying. Okay. I'm also getting as well, you could be dealing with a potential Leo here too, or your person's dealing with a Leo. I feel like there has been a strong sense of anxiety about wanting to keep a commitment because they didn't want to be alone. Someone didn't want to be... I'm just getting the sense that they didn't want to be independent. Like, they wanted to be independent, but they didn't want to do the work to be independent. Like, they wanted it just there on a plate for them for some reason. That's what I'm getting. But I feel like your love interest is realizing that they've made a big error, like a massive mistake. They didn't necessarily follow their intuition. They didn't necessarily trust themselves to get out of the situation that they were dealing with. Or they felt like they couldn't trust themselves to get out of it or to close it off properly, so they didn't. Or maybe they thought it was just too much aggro, so they just stayed where they were, even though they were very unhappy, but pretending to be happy. I feel like this love interest was sold some sort of dream here by this karmic partner, the karmic ex, that it was going to be a particular way if they were to do this, this and this together. And they kind of probably fell for it, and they got tied up with one another, most likely legally or with children or married or however, and they felt stuck there. You know, it's like they got everything they wanted out of your love interest in the sense of stability and security and all of that. And they kind of had it made, like, but your love interest, in a sense, wasn't happy, and nor was this karmic partner, the karmic ex. But yet, they had their material world all secure. So why wouldn't they be happy? That's what makes them happy, you know. I feel like your love interest is wanting to make their way to you. But they know that in order for you and them to be successful, then they have to detach most likely from this karmic partner, the karmic ex, or this difficult third party. So they're staying relatively cold and distant and aloof as of right now, even though that they don't want to. They know that you're staying away from them as well, and most likely for good reason, and deciding to be single, and just, you know, not reconciling with this person, because you know that most likely they have to end a relationship with this karmic partner, the karmic ex, and it may not necessarily be over as of yet. They're still transitioning into a new phase of life. I feel like your love interest is very keen on talking to you, but they are a little bit insecure as of right now, because there are a lot of people around your love interest who are kind of spreading some sort of malicious gossip or lies, or trying to deceive your love interest in some sort of way by saying certain things about you, maybe spreading some sort of rumours that you've been with someone else, or you know of so and so, or they saw you with someone, or they've seen something online or done what have you. And potentially your love interest may have listened to all of this kind of falseness, all this false kind of stories and everything else, rather than kind of talking to you and hearing from you what's actually been going on. And I feel like that's also been a massive barrier as to why your person probably hasn't come forward and communicated to you as of yet, because they could be feeling a little bit embarrassed as of right now, because they know that they've not necessarily chosen wisely with whatever they've been dealing with in the past, because I'm getting coming back to haunt them and bite them on the bum, basically. That's what I'm getting. But your love interest is most likely having to walk on eggshells around this person, with this karmic partner of the karmic ex. But I even feel there's been a strong sense of infidelity here, or a scandal of sorts, to do with an affair, or potentially something financial, or to do with a contract or a legal implication, or in someone else's career for some reason. I feel like that's also been a major complication here, guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to look into the Hidden Truth messages, the Hidden Truth Oracle, and see what your love interest would like to say to you, or what you would like to kind of confess to them, as we do have cross watches here, guys. So this could be if you've had no contact, little contact, or if you are in communication with one another, then it could be a bit sporadic here, guys. Also, everything you need to know about myself and the channel is in the description box below. If you did fancy supporting myself and the channel, there is now a donation link available. So thank you so much to those of you who have already donated. I greatly appreciate you. Also, if you do not financially donate, that's absolutely fine. A great way to energetically donate is to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below, and I'll eventually get back to you guys, okay? But your love interest is overthinking absolutely everything, because it's in a sense like they fantasize about the idea of being back in your life and what it would be like to have a deeper commitment with you, and to show you that you and them could have this new beginning and kind of have this sense of balance and harmony. But they're feeling a bit burdened right now to do with their past, kind of like their past is on their tail, as it were. And I feel like you may be having to just invest in yourself right now, in a sense of self-love, and heal and work on you and your own endeavors and your kind of own priorities in relation to your family or your loved ones, or whatever else is really important to you at this time, and just let this person kind of get through what they feel like they need to get through at this time, because they've overstayed their welcome in something that they know that should have been ended a long time ago. But they've had some sort of kind of like victim mentality, or like martyrdom, as it were, in the sense of they felt like they were obligated to stay where they were. Potentially they had children, and even though they were unhappy, they were in a sense like sacrificing themselves and their happiness for their children, when really, you know, when you have happy parents, you have happy children. So I feel like this love interest of yours, if they have been in a very strong codependent relationship, or it's been relatively toxic and unhealthy, then they are learning significant lessons from this, and they're wanting to be, you know, a better partner or a better parent, I'm getting as well. So and just a better person overall as well, in every which way possible, which is really interesting. So what else can we get here, please? And thank you for Capricorn. But you being away as of right now, focusing on you, is really important, because it's allowing you not to get kind of caught up with the crossfire of all this drama that could potentially be going on right now. So the less you know is probably the better. That's what I'm getting. I wish I had treated you better. Wow. Yeah, your love interest wished that they treated you better. Or potentially this karmic partner, the karmic ex, is now saying to your love interest, oh, well, you know, I wish I treated you better. But they're just lying. They don't really necessarily care about treating your person better. It's only because your love interest is closing off this old cycle and moving on that now they're saying, oh, okay, I wish I had treated you better. But actually they're relatively selfish, you know, very much focused on themselves rather than necessarily caring too much about what your love interest is wanting, in relation to the connection with them or just their general life. You speak to me through music. You came closer than anyone. I'm becoming a better person, yeah. Well, for a long time, your love interest wasn't really motivated to become a better person, most likely, because they may have been very comfortable where they were, but I feel like they didn't want to kind of really push themselves or challenge themselves to kind of level up because I feel like they just felt like it was all too difficult with what they were doing and where they were and who they were with. And so it would be like they would stick out like a sore thumb if they were to try to better themselves in some sort of way. Or other people may have been like, well, what makes you any better than any of us? What makes you think that you doing this and this is going to allow you to be, you know, such and such? So I feel like there's been a lot of fake friends here as well, guys. I'm getting that saying, keep your friends close but your enemies closer. It was my fault, but I blamed you. I remember every detail of that day and I feel you leaving me behind. So many things remind me of you. So your love interest is now feeling that because they haven't come into your life soon enough or expressed themselves about what's happening, that you have already kind of moved on, potentially with new love, or you're not necessarily moving on to new love, but you are just very much like focused on me, myself, and I right now. And you remember every detail of that day if you and this person didn't have a very good last kind of conversation with each other. And I feel like this person may have blamed you in the past for their life or how things were, but now they're recognizing that they have to point the finger at themselves, okay, rather than necessarily you or anyone else, because they are, in their sense, having to recognize that they have the responsibility for their own happiness or unhappiness, not necessarily anyone else's happiness or unhappiness. Like, they're having to focus on themselves, and to eventually make their way to you, they have to get through most likely a lot in relation to healing with whoever they're trying to detach from, healing within themselves, and also healing in the connection with you. So yeah, I feel like that's going to be the end of the reading now, guys. I hope that, you know, this helped, and I hope that there was some messages that resonated, a few messages, if not the whole reading. Let us know in the comments. I'd greatly appreciate it. I hope you have enjoyed this reading as much as I've enjoyed reading for you today. And if you did enjoy this reading, please hit the thumbs up, as it makes a massive difference with the channel and helps get the messages out there to people who need to see them at this time. So thank you all so much. And yeah, so just don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment down below. I hope you have a wonderful week. Please take care of yourselves, and we'll speak to you very soon. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Bye now.